Welcome to Transforming the Toddler Years, a Core 4 parenting podcast for conscious, cycle-breaking parents ready to turn toddler tantrums into teachable moments. Hi, I'm Cara Tyrrell, a lifetime lover of littles, mom to 2 grown and flown girls, and an early childhood educator. Through the show, I teach you my collaborative parenting methodology for nurturing your little human's mind, body, and spirit. Because how you connect and collaborate in the first 5 years is how you raise happy, healthy kids who grow into the best version of themselves and find true success in school and life. Welcome back, Toddler Tribe. We are here together again for another episode of the Transforming the Toddler Years podcast. And today I'm talking about characteristics versus traits. This is something that can feel like a synonymous category when I talk to parents and they say things to me like, oh, he got that from me, or he got that from his dad, or she was just born that way. Any of this sounding familiar to you? So I want to pull this apart a little bit for you and break it down. But first, let me tell you a little story. So my 22-year-old has a car. And I have a car as well. We both are Subi girls. We love our Subarus. And her car, she was cleaning it out the other day. You know, it's nice out. Finally, it's looking beautiful. And she's cleaning out her car. And her dad says to her, cleaning out your car, huh? And she says, yeah, it was pretty messy. And he says, oh, you get that from your mom. Okay, are you laughing with me yet? Let's see where I can go with this because it made me giggle. I'll own it. My car starts out clean, ends up messy. I have to then clean it. It's true. It's absolutely true. And I used to say it's because I had kids in the car all the time, and that's not necessarily true anymore. Obviously, it's just me. What is that? Is that a trait? Or is that a characteristic? Well, traits are born into us. We are born with blue eyes. We are born predestined to be, in my case, 5 feet, 5 inches tall. We are born with physical traits in our DNA. We are also born with emotional, temperamental, and personality traits. And those emerge and evolve as we grow out of the newborn and infancy phase. And parents, you know exactly what I'm talking about, where you say, oh my gosh, it's right around 9 months old. And the personality just pops. You say, wow, I know so much more about you now. Traits. Characteristics are learned. Characteristics are modeled for kids, and they take choice action to model back. So what did I say to my husband? I said, oh, that is not a trait, my friend. She did not get that from me. I absolutely modeled it for her. And she now lives that way too. But it was not passed down genetically. And we all had a laugh, and he had an eye roll as well. Because that's what he does. So a characteristic derives to the word character. And we are talking a lot these days in professional development trainings and teacher trainings that I'm doing about raising character-filled kids, about how to instill and teach character in them. And those could be, I'm sure you can think of a few right now, right? The ability to wait is a characteristic. The ability to show empathy and feel compassion. The decision to try something persist at something, even when it's hard. These are not born into us traits. They are taught skills, and everybody can learn them. A 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 10, a 20, and a 30-year-old. Everybody can learn them. Now, you know, because I've told you more times than I can count on this show, that the brain architecture of your child is massively growing. That speed, that cognitive development window between birth and 3 years old is when, if we model for kids and we ask them to try stepping into these characteristics, it takes root. It takes hold very early on, and it literally changes their brain to be preconditioned to behave that way, to think that way, and to be ready to learn that way as they grow. So today I want you to sit and think a little bit. Look at each little human that's in your realm. Parents, how many kids you have at home? They're all uniquely different, right? We talk about that all the time. Oh, every kid is so different. Yes, they are. They have different traits, and they have very different characteristics. Teachers, how about you? Every year, unless you're looping, unless you're a teacher who gets to keep kids for 2 or 3 years in a row, and there's a really good reason that a lot of school systems follow that program, and it takes away the need to learn about each other at the beginning of the school year, right? You have a pre-existing relationship, and you know this kid. You know their characteristics. You know where they tend to go and how to bring them back around so that they can be a learner. It's pretty special stuff. So my challenge for you today is to look at these kids in your life and pull apart. Make a list if you're a pen and paper type of person like me. I love a good list of what those traits are that are fixed, that are theirs. They were born into the world that way. And then make a list of those characteristics, the ones that are easy for them, the ones that are hard for them, and circle the one, just the one that you really want to work on right now. Again, this can be very tricky because society says things tongue in cheek about what kids get from who and how. And I just want you to know that if you are willing to look deeply, to do some detective work and observe, that you will find that some of the things that are in your traits category likely belong in the characteristic list. And that's good news. Because traits are fixed. No matter what my parents fed me, no matter what special potion I drank, I was never going to get more than 5.5. Just not going to happen. That is a fixed outcome. But skills over there in that characteristics column are learnable as long as we believe they are. So when you pull these apart and you say to yourself, I want to raise a child who has compassion for other people when they see them upset or crying. Great. You have a growth mindset around that. You are capable of modeling for your child that that is possible, that they can do it. You can show it. They can do it. It's powerful stuff. It really is. Okay. So you know what to do, right? If you are someone who's going to take this and run, if you're going to do the homework, make sure that you DM me on Instagram or shoot me an email, carat@core4parenting.com, and tell me what your lists are. I am more than happy to hop on a complimentary call with you and help you kind of piece it out and pick that next skill that you really want to work on, that you want to create opportunities for this kiddo to practice. Because we're not good at things the first time. We're not great at things after 3 tries. Skills take effort and work. And if we erase the possibility of them developing those skill sets by saying things like, he was just born that way, or she gets that from me, which I hear all the time, by the way, about kids who have lack of patience. Parents say, they get that from me. Patience is not a trait. It is a characteristic of humanness, and it is a skill. If this is something you want to explore, send me a message, use the link in the show notes, hop on a complimentary call, and let's talk about it. I would be really grateful for the opportunity to help you walk down this new path. Until our next episode, stay mindful and proactive as we transform the toddler years.